Good morning, South Africa. This is an urgent call, an urgent appeal to South African legal authorities, trusting that the rule of law does still exist in this wonderful country. You have criminals in your midst, specifically people who are intentionally trying to dox, and harm the group of people who left here as refugee status to arrive in the United States, those 59 people. You have people actively trying to dox them in violation of the POPI Act, revealing their personal details, their personal finances, all because they're bumhurt and have penis envy that they didn't get to go. I don't know what their problem is. When the next plane goes, I guess they'll focus on them and maybe the next plane to give up. But the bottom line here is you have Twitter accounts who are marshaling their army, committing crimes against South African citizens. The fact that someone's left the country living abroad, whether they're an expat or they're someone who has refugee status or they've gotten asylum in another country, that does not abrogate the government of South Africa's responsibility to protect their rights. These people have rights and they should be protected. This effort to dox these people because someone's feelings are hurt is pathetic. You know, we take refugees in from all over the world, and I don't see Sudanese, I don't see Somalis, I don't see anyone from Myanmar or China or elsewhere who are attempting to destroy the lives of people who've left. Well, let's talk about why they're doing this, their motivation. Well, we know the motivation. We know what it's all about. And why they do this is really sad. And we're talking about people who engage in criminal activity, including prostitution and other things, who are involved in this activity, trying to dox these people who are innocent. Now, I've been contacted by a number of people being told that Thea has lied about her status, say she's not a farmer, say that she didn't own a farm, say that she was never attacked. Well, let's presume that you're true. Your statements are factual. What's your point? She's currently in the United States with refugee status and will soon have a Social Security number and will be employed in the United States. So unless she committed fraud against the U.S. government, that isn't going to change. So why are you bumhurt? What's wrong with your feelings? Thea has never mentioned her farm, never mentioned where she lived, never mentioned any of her neighbors, yet neighbors and other people are coming after her and attacking her. Why are your feelings hurt so badly? She has not ever doxed anyone, never mentioned anyone's name. This is shameful conduct on the part of South Africans, and it's really abysmal. You know, this lie that South Africans aren't under pressure, and always the playing with words, going back and forth. Well, there aren't farms being expropriated by the government. True, not yet, but Cyril wants to take buildings in the central business district of Johannesburg. And it's not about land, folks. Expropriation without compensation is about property. Constitution explicitly allows for property to be expropriated with compensation, and putting in a law to test to see if you can take property without compensation is just one step. I call on the authorities in South Africa to pursue these criminals who are trying to harm other people who've done nothing to them. This is unbelievable. Now, I don't know the provenance or the origin or can't attest for the personalities of the people who went over in the first group of refugees under Trump's resettlement program. That's not my place to know, and I wouldn't know. All I can tell you is the information that's available and analyze it and give you the best analysis that's possible. What I can tell you is the reprehensible behavior of people involved in this doxing effort is a criminal act in South Africa, internationally, and in the United States. And for those committing criminal acts here in South Africa, if you think you're beyond the long arm of the law in the United States for breaking our law, think again. Think again. I'd seriously suggest that people stop it. And why the penis envy? Are you just bumhurt that she's there and you're not? Is that what it's all about? Are your feelings hurt because she got to go and you didn't get to go? Why are you trying to rubbish her experience? You know, it's nauseating to listen to arrogant, elite, privileged little shithead South Africans who live in bubbles, in gated communities, and have wealth beyond imagination. Domestic workers think that everybody lives like that. No, they don't. Only a small number of people live like that. And those are the people who push the hardest against what's happening here. No one should have to leave South Africa. I don't want to see anyone leave South Africa. It's such an amazing country. I mean, look at this. This is stunning. It's just one little piece of the country. Whether it's the Highveld, it's the Lowveld, it's the Northern Cape, it's KZN, it doesn't matter. It's an amazing country with amazing people. But some of these people are nasty reprobates, and they're criminals. Their actions are criminality, and they should be prosecuted for their actions. You have no right to dig into the personal lives of people who aren't even in the country. And a warning to those who are doing it. I'm aware of a couple people already filing criminal cases against you, and they know who you are by name. That's not my role. I don't get involved in that. I just report the news. But you are being reported to the authorities. I can attest to that. So good luck with that one. We've already seen what people did when when that false claim against Amy happened. Yeah, that was just the beginning, and you didn't pay a very serious penalty for that. But this time, you are doing things that affect the U.S. government, not simply private citizens in South Africa. So my recommendation is cease and desist before the authorities come knocking on your door. It's shameful. It's reprehensible. And the question here is, don't you have a life? Don't you have a life? So honestly, don't you have bills to pay? Maybe you're one of these privileged people that doesn't have to worry about bills. Don't you want to make babies? Don't you want to go have a coffee? Leave these people alone. If they defrauded the U.S. government, it'll be found out, and they'll be sent home. It's as simple as that. But you're not the investigators working for the U.S. government. Those people are doing that. Anyway, folks, from Gordons Bay in the Western Cape, wishing you all a good day. Cheers.